Hello, thanks very much for joining me again. We've had quite a bit of rain in the southeast of late, and the rivers are fairly high, and it's fair to say they're going to be really coloured. So I'm going to give you a little pattern here to help combat those conditions. So in the vise, you see a Hanak H450 barbless hook, jig superb, and it's at size 12. And the thread I'm going to be tying with today is the Vivus GSP, and it's at 50 denier. It's just a clear white thread. I know you can't see the label there. So first thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of glue to the shank of my hook. Now you'll notice there's no bead on this hook, and that's because today we're going to be using one of these. It's a tungsten bead. People call them jig backs, Java backs, whatever. This is the Hanak one. It's 3.7 millimeters, and it's a fairly hefty chunk of tungsten. Now I'm just going to slide it on over the super glue. Now I like to use my thumb to just push it to about halfway over the eye. I don't like it completely over the eye. And I'm going to leave that just for a second to stick. It doesn't take too long. And the next thing I'm going to do is add some super glue to the back. And a little touch underneath as well. Super glue is your friend with this fly. The reason I've added super glue to the back of the tungsten shell here is this just slides off it otherwise. So I'm going to catch my thread on in the slot. So you'll notice that on the backs of these beads there's 2 or 3 slots to help you grip your thread, and I just use the first one initially and then just secure it on with the rest. Come to the back of the bead, try and get a few turns in at the back there, it will help you later on, and come back onto the shell, and you can do this till the cows come home really. That will do me. So I'll come right to the back of my fly, and I've removed my tail end. Now I'm going to use some of this stuff. It's called NF22, it's from Vivus, and it's a flat braid, and as you can see it's an orange braid with a fleckle of colour through it. I've already taken a little bit off the spool, and I'll just show you it like that so you can see what we're dealing with here. And I want to have a tail end, so I'm going to use that. I've got about 1 centimetre in my fingers, and I'm going to catch that in. Dead simple. It's a simple fly, doesn't take much effort to tie, but it is really effective for high coloured water, and grayling will eat it. Okay, so I've got that in. Now before I do anything else, you guessed it, a bit more super glue. And this just helps bed in the braid. So what I've got to do is at the back of these beads, it's always a bit of a challenge because there is a step, quite a big step, and you don't want to have a big pronounced step in the fly. So try and build up with the braid, which is quite easy. A little step, and then simply bring your braid up through, covering the whole body, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to open my vise up and I'm going to invert it because I want to finish my braid on the underside. I'm going to catch that in with a couple of turns. fold back on itself. So I've just folded that back and I'm now coming in front of my braid. I can then come in with my snips and remove that. Now before I do anything else, I like to just secure that because it is very tenuous and I don't want it falling to bits on me. So a little bit of UV resin under the bottom there, and then I can just cure that off. Next, I'll bring it back round. I can remove my thread, not even a half hitch, because what I'm going to do next is, well, I'm going to shorten my tail first of all. I don't want it that long. I just want a little ditty tail like so. Missed a bit. I'm just going again. There we go. And then I'm going to coat the whole of the body with UV resin. If you haven't got resin, varnish works just as well. So Sally Hansen and at a push, super glue I would say, is just as effective. So make sure you get the whole, especially at the head where you've secured it in, just make sure you get plenty of UV resin on that. And work it round the fly. Takes a little bit of time, so please just bear with me. And I've used quite a lot of resin, so it's going to take quite a bit of time to cure. Now this is not a comp legal fly. You're not allowed to use these in Fipsmoosh, but I'll be showing you a little tip on how you can get round that in a later video, if competitions is your thing. The competitions I fish, they allow these. They're much more friendly and less autocratic about the rules. And I'll just come to the bottom. Now because I've not used any fur or pine squirrel, or this sinks really quickly. It's so fast. It's like dropping a small pebble into the water. It will go down really quick. And if you've got a fly on your cast, your takeable fly, then this will get it to where it needs to get to. And it will pick up the odd bonus fish. Very quick, very effective. Thanks very much for watching. If you're enjoying what I'm doing here, please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. If you want to make them up, that's how to do it.